on the line. Show me how you get on down. Close my eyes, take me for a ride. Got to be you. So come and light me up. I still need your fire, baby. I still want you by my side. Light me up, let me touch the flame now, baby. I'm your phoenix tonight. Come on and rise. Come on and rise. Come on and rise. Light me up, can't get enough. Take your time, just do it right. We will ride to the sky, 'cause we ain't done till we hit the sun. Got to be you. So come and light me up. I still need your fire, baby. I still want you by my side. Light me up, let me touch the flame now, baby. I'm your phoenix tonight. Come on and rise. Come on and rise. Come on and rise. Baby, you light me up. I just can't get enough. 'Cause I need your fire. So come and light me up. I still need your fire, baby. I still want you by my side. Light me up, let me touch the flame now, baby. I'm your phoenix tonight. Come on and rise. So come on and rise. Come on and rise.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, we are back for another morning skate show with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. Is it maybe the first day of summer? If not, maybe it was yesterday, maybe it's tomorrow. But we heard it's summertime all around the world. Hopefully you're doing great. Hopefully an amazing, great start of your day. You're ready to rock and roll with the hockey coach. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to talk about what do you have on the recipes on the menu today, coach? What do you want to talk about today? Let's see what we have for you guys for today. And starting with first of all, we're going to talk about not that one. Coach, you're wrong. You have to click on that one. I apologize. Review game number 3 between the Tampa Bay Lightning and Colorado Avalanche. Oh, my God. I was wrong. I could say it's all because ENORTAP. because ENORTAP said color is going to win. So I listened to Master, but I take the blame because I thought also color is going to win. Wow, what a bounce back for the champion Tampa Bay Lightning. We're going to talk about the game. We talk about the NHL awards tonight. 5 trophies is going to be on the nomination tonight. Who's going to win the Calder, the Norris, the Hart, the Ted Lindsay, and it will be interesting. Is going to be the winner tonight. Eden Bear want to get out of the Carolina Hurricane. Who do you believe he should go? And if you are the Montreal Canadiens, do you want to get Eden Bear? The Vancouver Canucks win the lottery, sign Kuzmenko. Another UFA from the Russia KHL is going to move with the Canucks Vancouver. We're going to talk a little bit about Kuzmenko, of course. At the end today, 3 questions. It's all about the Hart Trophy. We're going to have 3 easy questions for each one of you today. And thanks to be a part of the show. Don't forget, please, to click on the like if you don't mind. That'd be great. And I welcome you to make any question. The easy way or the better way for me to follow your question, I don't want to miss it, is put the letter Q in front of the question. So that will give me a chance to follow up. And if ever at some point I want to check where they have the question or not, I can put a search with the letter Q and they give me everything. So that's a beautiful day about this one over there. Before we start, I do all the time. I make some, I show to you what I do for the Montreal Canadiens called the Abs Daily News. We bring this every day, Monday to Friday. Oh no, Coach, it's 7 days. Oh yeah, you're right. This is episode number 46 straight days. It's over 1 month. We do something about the Montreal Canadiens every day at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Today we talk about Dadonov. What is the value of Dadonov for the Montreal Canadiens? What he brings to the Montreal Canadiens and what he can do with Dadonov at some point in the future. Secondly, we talk about the situation with Shea Weber. What you talk about? But Shea Weber was supposed to be traded and trade deadline. Why he did not get traded? And give you the reason why he did not get traded and why after that it could be traded, and that's happening last week. And finally, I'm talking about 3 prospects of the Montreal Canadiens at the Memorial Cup happening this week in St. John, New Brunswick. And finally, one more thing, I want to talk about the fact like the prospect initial profile today is Noah Aslan from the team Sweden, where I have some concern about Aslan whatsoever. The people talk a lot of great words about him. So that is all about the Dadonov value, ladies and gentlemen. And then if ever you don't follow me, I do under the show, I think it's this one, breaking news, every night at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I make another NHL daily news called NHL Daily News. And yesterday, I'm talking about Kuzmenko and other news, some rumor. It's a pretty fun video. If you're watching this, that'll be good. And then if you follow me, you can follow about the Thailand, my new channels called Code Frenchy Travel. The one Sunday we talk about Thailand, update, no restriction. You can go to Thailand and everything's open over there. And we have some people in the chat, so I'm done with all the promotion, all the thing like that, right? I want to thank everybody. Without them, this channel would not be who they are today. It's other people about the super chat they provide to support. They are a member of the Hockey National Show. I just want to say to you, thank you. Thank you so much for helping us to grow on the right way. And we have a few people in the house. Mr. Poutine Lézard, he said, I'm just stopping by to say hi, Coach. I just want to say, Poutine, thank you so much. We appreciate it a lot. And I look forward to see you next time. Corey Hill, directly from Ottawa, #1 fans of the Ottawa Senator, back in the house after he missing a day. Thank you, Mr. Corey, to be with us today. And Mr. B in the house tonight, Mr. B Hacker. Welcome back, Mr. B. Hopefully an amazing great day. Without Mr. B, this show is not going to work. We need Mr. B show up and that make more smiling, that bring the fun inside the house, and is always glad to have Mr. B in the house. Miss Kelly back in the house. Welcome back, Miss Kelly. The clip from Ontario.
Awesome.
Number one fans of the Hockey Nation Live Show and the Toronto Maple Leaf and the new member of the Hockey Nation Live Show and the co-host of the warm-up show, insider of the Hockey Nation Live Show, the teacher, the driver. He does everything for the Hockey Nation Live Show. We welcome Mr. ENORTAP in the house today. Coach, we should do listening to Danny. Yes and no. Because if you're listening to Danny all the time, you're not going to be at the top of the leaderboard of the prediction. And now be maybe the wrong one. But I should listen to him yesterday. Again, I said we listened in our tap, but at the end of the day, I take the blame because I really believe the Colorado was going to beat them yesterday. But we're going to talk about the game very soon. Hart Matthews, I thought I would give it to McDavid. Mr. ENORTAP, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us. Steve G, number one fan of the Colorado Avalanche. Welcome back. I don't think either team will lose at home. So game number 7, Mr. Steve G said. A lot of things about this game. We can talk a little bit for a long time. Mr. Alex McLean, welcome back in the house. All the way for the East. Les Maritimes, Canada. Hopefully the weather is nice over there. And as Norris go to Jose, Lindsay to McDavid, Visnot, Chesterkin, Hart to go to Matthews. Mr. Moy, Yamo Vertanen is in the house today. It's going to be is on the Calder Trophy, Kelly. Make no mistake, this will not go 7 Colorado as this. And at upset, no bunting, sorry. I stick to Colorado and 5. Yamo said, Coach said yesterday Bunting was up for something. Yeah, the rookie of the year. I know Cosmico very well. He is very talented. Some people compare him like Bury. Not like Bury, like the career of Bury, but his speed, everything like that. That's given a great left winger for the Vancouver Canucks, for Pedersen. That helping them a lot, Vancouver, to get him. And it's funny things, I don't know why he went to Vancouver. He have also a proposal for the Edmonton Oilers. Really interesting choice, but time we tell. But he won't win in a top set. I cannot believe they have two side game already in Cup final. Mr. Terry T is in the house. The insider of the Hockey Nation Live Show, the moderator, is back from the upstate New York. Mr. Jose Duarte, welcome. There are no difference between the Hart. The Hart is the MVP. It's the same thing, Kelly. The Hart Trophy is MVP. Now, if you want to know the difference between the Dead Lindsay Award and the Hart Trophy, it's just the same thing about the MVP, like the most valuable players. The Hart is voted by all the reporters, like Elliot Friedman, Pierre Lebrun, and all those kind of people. And then the Ted Lindsay guy is voted by the NHLPA. So the Player Association vote for that one over there. And that's fun between both of them. But at the end of the day, is the MVP, the most valuable players, by the players or by the reporter. That's only the fun between this and Mr. Not a problem, Mr. B. The Hart Trophy is annual, given to the mayor at just the best levels. This time, Corey Hart, there we go, Corey. Thank you, you're welcome. Mr. Jose, who is the goal for the Avalanche tomorrow? Quimper. Darcy Quimper back in the lineup. Yeah, no controversy there. Not at all. Is Matthews up for Lindsay? Yes, he is. Who win the rookie coach is going to be Maurice Zeder. That would be my selection about that one over there, Miss Kelly. And I think that would be the winner. I could be wrong here, but is it too early for dance reverse, Terry? It's never too late to dance and reverse. Not at all. That's what we get right here. So what we're going to do a little bit, because we don't have a lot of questions, so I'm going to talk a little bit what happened yesterday. Let's start in with the game number 3. Yesterday, you have a lot of work. You have a lot of things to learn about that game if you really follow the game. And, you know, Tampa Bay beat the Colorado 6-2. I'll be honest with you, I was not expect that kind of score for Colorado. And Colorado played two different games right now. We know this is not going to be easy anyway. We know that. But not the way they did it. Now, they have other thing happening. It's a really strange game yesterday. Almost 3 hours to play a hockey game. I cannot believe it. Be honest with you, let me check. Because I can get that information right now here. Let me check this one over there. 2 hours and 53 minutes. It's not because of the commercial here. Because this is the style of Tampa Bay Lightning to stop the Colorado Avalanche. Many whistle, puck out. It took about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to play the first 5 minutes of the game. And that gave the Colorado lost the momentum of the game, the pace of the game, I believe. That hurt more the game is on longer, it's hurt more the Colorado Avalanche. And for me, there's a really great point about that. That's not making an excuse here, by the way. Is because at the end of the day here is the Tampa Bay was the best team play yesterday. That's simple. Now, we got a question here. Compare come back between the part differently. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Compare is not returned between the part. He's going to be there tomorrow night for game number 4. 2 things we have to hold on this one. Jarrett, when he gave him out again as goal number 5, he was trying to change the momentum of the game. Secondly, he knew at that moment he had nothing to do anymore. So let's try to change something in the game right now. Let's bring Francouz. That's simple over there. Then, if you look, the first 4 goals of the Tampa Bay Lightning, 3 turnover by the Colorado Avalanche, the defenseman. The first goal game guy, Rantanen, sleep on the switch. Rantanen forgot Palat behind him. He jumped on the play. Awareness. Where the goal is, 7 feet from the net, alone. The second goal, Josh Manson gave the puck straight to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kucherov, I believe, passed to Stamkos, and Stamkos shoot the puck. Where is he? 6 feet from the net. The third goal, a ballon in the corner, winning by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Pass the puck where? In front of the net. How many feet? 7 feet from the net. Where they are, in the house. You're going to get those goals most of the time. The only one I would say to you was the bad one from Quimper is when the puck rolled on the blocker of him and he go out with the top. I think that was the goal for Palat. But otherwise, you cannot blame Quimper on those stuff like that. It's just too many turnover. Prior to Colorado Avalanche make this happening yesterday. Awareness, lose your battle, get like Josh Manson guy, he go a D reverse without knowing something. It's a one-on-one hockey right there. It's like you can blame Quimper. He get a goal, but it's not his fault. The defenseman give the puck behind. Now, one thing you have to learn here. Well, 3 things I'm going to share to you. In hockey, a win is a win and a loss is a loss. What are you talking about? 7-0, you lost. 6-2, you lost. You lose 3-2, you lose in overtime 2-1. It's the same thing. It's just a loss. That's simple. That you have nothing else. It's not, you cannot analyze at that time of the year how we lost. What you have to do is the short memory. And you flash everything out. You say, hey, we lead 2-1 here. Who we said at the beginning going to be 2-1 against the champion right there. We play on 12 period. We play 9 and maybe 10 great period here. We are in control about everything here. So we want to be sure we are back what we're supposed to do. And let's move on to game number 4. All right? And game number 4 become important for both teams. For both teams. So you're going to see an urgency team, Colorado, tomorrow. Is going to be fast tomorrow. They're going to try to get the tempo of their game and be sure they not come back home 2-2. On the flip side, Tampa Bay is going to show up with what they need to do. You have a couple of turnovers yesterday. Let's go starting with GD Comfort. Vasilevsky make an amazing, great save on the right pad at the beginning of the game. At that moment, it was 0-0. But what a save by Vasilevsky. The next shift after that, they have a goal by the Colorado Avalanche. And here's what's happening now in NHL this morning. This goal, it was offside. It took 97 seconds for the Tampa Bay Lightning to decide if they go to challenge or not. That's a lot. 97 seconds. So they have all their time to analyze the play. They made the right call. But the next time, you will have to be sure they gave the same kind of time to the Colorado Avalanche to analyze the goal right there. Usually, it's an average less of 30 seconds in NHL after each goal. They drop the puck right away. They look to the team and they said, hey, are you going to challenge or not? And the team say yes or no. 30 seconds. Last night, 97 seconds they gave to Tampa Bay to decide. And think about this. It's a big, huge decision. If they challenge and they lose, it's 1-0 Colorado and they go on power play. And you know power play hit. A big friend right now to be 0-0 or 2-0 at that moment of the game. So for me, it's a huge, huge, big moment at this game at the beginning. Right away with that. And then Vasilevsky make another big save against Comfort. That's another turnover over there. So it would be really interesting. I'm looking for me the next time they have a controversy goal, a controversy decision, how many seconds they're going to give to Colorado Avalanche about that. I'm not complaining. It's just everybody right now this morning talk about that situation and the expert people. So why they gave 97 seconds? It takes forever for NHL to decide if the goal is good or not. But it's something you have to follow up for the next couple of days. We'll see what's happening. After that, the Colorado tried. And whatsoever, it was 4-2 at the second period. You're always thinking, oh, not big deal. Colorado is going to come back. Colorado was charged. Colorado is going to do this. Colorado is going to apply some pressure. And it never came for Colorado yesterday. And then you got 5-2. And at that moment, you can see it was a little bit like the end. Colorado charged at the beginning of the third period, but not good enough to make its friends right there. So a lot of controversy. You get also the cross-checking of Devon Tays on Kucherov. Kucherov is going to be fine, by the way. But again, that's on the point. You have Nick Paul got hurt during the game. You have Brennan Point out in the game right now yesterday. Kadri is out. Burakovsky have a broken down. Have Girard out. I'm talking about 5 players right away out of the game when he's supposed to be on the ice. So a lot of conversation. You have a lot of drama before because Colorado was cheap, chirp at some point. And then it was like back and forth. But we'll be interesting what's going to be. The best game on the playoff, guys, is going to be next game. Game number 4 is going to be the best game for both teams. You're going to see everything, the speed, the hit, because both teams cannot lose. Last night, Colorado could lose and not be too worried about that. Tampa Bay cannot lose yesterday. They was play with urgency right now. The Colorado was a little bit smooth. I'm not giving an excuse here. I just give you on the perspective how you see that. And then now, game number 4, Colorado don't want to go back home 2-2. And Tampa Bay cannot lose to go Colorado 3-1. There's a 2 major key right there. So you're going to see 2 teams right now going to the war tomorrow. Be ready when the puck drop. It's not going to be 7-0. It's not going to be 6-2 tomorrow. You're going to be a tie game with a lot of things will happen over there. And that's happening yesterday. You have to give credit for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They take advantage. The Stanko step up, bring that team right there. 1 goal, 1 assist, and the Tampa Bay was a better team on the ice last night overall. And Colorado have a bad game, and that's happening sometime. But again, is this just shifting? I'm not sure. A great bounce back, that's who they are, right? Everybody put them down. It can some hope? Yes, it is. Is it good enough? I don't know. I'm not having a lot of red flag, but I'm a little bit concerned, but not too much. I still believe Colorado have a better overall. But again, they just show me they are human being and they are a human team also. And if you don't play at the best, that's you get the result last night. So it's another teaching moment for the Colorado Avalanche, I believe, yesterday. And that's what you take sometime. They lost 2 games against St. Louis Blues. You have nothing wrong to lose here last night if you're Avalanche fans in my book. So we'll see about that. You have a lot of people in the chat right now. I was just talking. I apologize, but sometime that's happening. Let's go with who is the goal over there. It's too early to dance reverse. If go to the true definition, just thinking to get you is in the house. The champ, the last night prediction. Hi, Cole. I still love you. Chat, Danny. Welcome aboard. Ottawa Senator need a veteran right side defenseman. Eden Bear would be perfect. Ottawa Senator should give us an offer. Possible, Corey, about Eden Bear. He's not a veteran defenseman, Corey, but I can understand your point of view about your right defense for Ottawa. That would be a good fit for them, for Ottawa Senator. I don't know if Bear want to go there, but that would be great about that one over there. Evan, very good. Kelly, Dan Matthew is going to win the Hart and MVP over tonight. Bunting will win the Rookie Awards. It's the same, but I must say, ENORTAP, Icapino now is picking Tampa all along on the show, but you would have said Colorado. Colorado Nordic as the rest coach. I thought he told you that. Corey, also, Colorado Avalanche took too many penalties. That doesn't help. They need to keep low discipline. I think he said overall, but I didn't ask about the game last night. Terry Pepper said, Tampa Bay coach mentioning all they overcame bad loss, giving up first goal next game, then turning around. Yeah, if you just, you know what I mean, like Terry, one thing happening also after game number 2, the fans are a little bit worried and panicking in Tampa Bay. But I'm sure with the Tampa Bay Lightning, the players, they never panic. They never feel like, hey, we just lost 7-0, let's go back in game number 3. And that's what they did. And John Cooper, of course, he's going to talk that way anyway for that one over there. Can you tell? Veselski was very good. If Tampa defend middle of the ice very well. Yamo. But, you know, they come back, Yamo, at 3 all the time. That's what they do. They always come back at 3 at the blue line. They wait Tampa, Colorado at 3. Now, Veselski was pretty good. I can admit that. Yamo, he stopped at least 3 times count for where it was unbelievable about that. And you need a solid Veselski to make this happen. And at 5 versus 5, Colorado didn't score yesterday. Where usually is reverse. Usually Colorado dominate at 5 versus 5, but not yesterday. Like I said, too many turnover on the defensive zone. Game 4 is going to be entertaining, Mr. B. Yeah, I agree with you about that one over there. For that one, Mr. John Gregor, welcome aboard. The early save, it was unbelievable. RJ, welcome aboard, Mr. RJ. Monday, Pierre Lebrun, everybody scored 2 assists with plus 3, 17 minutes. Yeah, the statue about Kucherov is going to be reevaluated, but don't expect too much. He's going to be there game number 4. But how he fit Edmund, Paul Kucherov are for the next game? I don't see much about Kucherov. Now, of course, he can be not feel great about the crash checking. But here's the point here, guys. He fall on the board. He stepped up, tried to reach the taste. Then he goes slowly to the bench. Tried to move his legs, whatever he was. And then he go play the next shift. Then he have 2 one-timer, 2 great pass. And then he go to the bench, and then he start now to don't feel good and go to the locker room. The score is 6-2. Is the score 4-4? Kucherov leave the building or not? Do you believe Kucherov is coming back? Well, we know. First of all, he got hurt last year. He missed a season completely. But do you believe Kucherov is coming back next game? He's going to be at 30%? Not at all. It's a game of the mindset, guys. It's a game of the old school hockey. That's how it works. I'll give you an example. A player got hurt in the corner. Right? And we've been in the ice for about 1 minute 45 seconds and we got dominate. When my trainer leave my bench, I will tell to my trainer, take your time, buddy. Tell to Kucherov to stay on the ice for about 3 more minutes. Tell him it's hard to come back to the bench. Why? Because I need time on my bench for now. My players are exhausted. Those situations, no, but it's coming from the coach. It's different ways sometimes to controlling the game for what you can. And that's one reason right there. Right? You get hit 5 minutes, or you get hit from the back, but usually you send to the player, hey buddy, go to the locker room. Make this bigger. You maybe sell it to the ref. You never know. But those tactics you use as a coach could be benefit for you if you think about those final stuff like that. So always be aware of what's going on. Play with the time management, with what's going on the ice at the same time. Is coaching is always taking 2 minutes before what's going on. Always read, anticipate. Always say, okay, next shift is going to be on the ice. When I'm going to play, okay, the 97 is on the ice. Let's go with my Cyrilli. Then you always read the play all the time. That's what you do. That's what coach does all the time. So those stuff like this, I'm not saying Coach Roy was not hurt. I don't take it wrong way here. But sometimes you try to sell some stuff, like embellishing a player with diving, all right? But those stuff like that, or someone is hurt, you try to buy some time, take some break. It's not cost you a timeout. A little bit trick. Okay. Mr. Matz is in the house. Call from Mr. Roger. Welcome aboard. Yamo, game 1 and 2 versus 2 attack. MICHEL led palette open. Yesterday, 3 versus 3 attack. Redenier left palette out. Color was puck watching. Yeah, I agree with you, Yamo, about that one over there. What the league should do if put a time limit for how long they should be allowed to look at the decision. They don't put the decision correct. Now, if you talk about the time, the decision of the team, it should have respected. Obviously, it's the controlling by the ref on the line, on the ice. That's the problem now. Now, the league decide if it's a good goal, bad goal, no problem. They did the right call yesterday. It was perfect call. But when you give about 90 seconds to the team to decide if they go or not, that's too long. That's too long. You cannot do that. But we'll see what happens. Expect Tampa Bay to even up. We said Avalanche sweep. I know someone did. Would be interesting what's going to happen in next game for sure. Wait again, Danny. That's not what you said. Anybody wants to not up dance carry it up? Yeah, he said listen to you now. He's in jail. Mr. RJ said brand point on disclosure expected remaining slightly for game Wednesday. Clash with I see Mari said yes, possible it will be out. I will not be surprised about this. Salary Fishy is in the house. Mr. Andy Kouivula, welcome aboard. Thanks to be a part of the show this morning. Absolutely right, Andy. I think, I don't know, maybe you were not here at the beginning. You had two versions right there. We talk about this, Andy. It was gave a time for the team if to challenge or not the decision, the challenge or not, and then the time for NHL, I have no problem with that part. It's more for me was yesterday the time they gave to Tampa Bay to said, hey, do you want to go? I don't know. Let me check in more, a little bit more deeper with my video guys. Wait a minute. Let me check again. It took them 97 seconds to decide if they go or not. It was too long. And that's what I believe. It should be a time right there where you give 30 seconds, all right? Maybe after the call from the ref, come to the penalty box to give the goal. You have 30 seconds right away after that. So you have the time when you have a goal, the people coming back to the bench, the referee's coming back to the penalty box, and then it counts 30 seconds, and then the referee to opponent said to the coach, hey, are you going or not? Let's move on. Boom. But not 97. Like the coach was watching on his iPad. The assistant coach was watching to another iPad. The video coach upstairs was watching, and everybody was watching. Again, nothing wrong. My point is, like, you cannot leave one team 97 seconds, the other team 20 seconds, or 30 seconds, whatever they do. That was the point behind this, Andy. But you're absolutely right. If the NHL, whatever it take time, if they do the right call, not a problem with that part over there. I heard the ice on the boy is soft and not very fast. That's good for Tampa. I don't know if they play like that, Yamo. I will not do this, that one. They should have a time limit, maximum 40 seconds. GRAZIANO, sorry, same thing. If get it right, it will take longer. Corey, can Ottawa Senator try for another first round pick for the Matt Murray with everything? Matt, you're not going to get, Corey, you're not going to get a first round pick for Matt Murray and return, Corey. Matt Murray is not that value in NHL, and he carry on a $6.4 million. And Ottawa cannot return money. Corey, they have to pay the young man at some point, so that will not happen. About this one there, go to commercial. He gave them the commercial timeout. So, Andy, you want to go every time you have a challenge, you want to the team have a commercial timeout? I should take a thank great job. Mr. Peter August, welcome aboard. I respectfully disagree. Those not coaching tactics, cheating pretty much. It's not they use as a tactic, Peter. They take benefit of everything at that moment, Peter. So that's not, you have no rules. If the player right now hurt in the corner, the coach would tell, hey, stay there a little bit longer. It's not like cheating. It's just like the tactic they can use to get that area. So every coach would try to look about every things they can take advantage about that. I can understand your point of view, but it could happen also for Colorado in the corner. They can do the same thing at the Tampa Bay. It's just sometimes those information like that, it's happened. I'll give you an example where the Tampa Bay are good right now. The Tampa Bay Lightning right now, what they do, every time they can have a whistle, they try to apply a whistle. So how do you do that? Vasilevsky stop the puck, recover the puck with the glove. They will go to create an offside at the blue line. The puck go in the end, they have a delay offside, they will try to play the puck. Why? Because they create an offside. It's all the tactic like that. Is it cheating? No, it's to take advantage of what they can do to slow what? Slow the momentum of Colorado. Change the player. Take a little bit longer to change the players to the bench. Why? Because you want Colorado to slow down. The 8 minutes or how long it takes yesterday for the challenge, it was not benefit for Colorado. How many players you see leave the bench to go skating around? When you have a fast team, you want to play with a fast tempo. You don't want to stop. You want to come back. But the Tampa Bay cannot hang in everything. So what he tried to do is different tactic, like I mentioned to you. But you have no rules. I said I'm going to create a offside at the blue line. And the NHL does not apply to bring the puck all the way back behind. So they use this all the time. And those stuff is just to try to break the momentum of the Colorado. And more they do this, more, and look, a 4 versus 4, Colorado struggle. Why? Because you break the momentum. You want to get a penalty there, break a momentum. And those something like that, if the game is on roller coaster, Colorado have a difficult time to follow. Not because it's just how it is. My point is Tampa need 100% Kishavet. Man, Lekanen was nothing special yesterday. No, Lekanen, it was not great yesterday, honestly, but he was not the only one. But you have to give them credit for what they did at the Tampa Bay. Nobody goes to John my watch. Not the first online, but Carolina Hurricane sweet Tampa Bay last season. So give them 90 seconds. Good morning, Mr. Kilo. So is the NHL ice in Florida as good as the Montreal Edmonton? I'm not sure, Yamo. Honestly, I would say to you Montreal is pretty good, but if you go to play at the New York Rangers, the ice is not great over there because they change the ice, all the menu they have in the building at the Madison Square Garden. They have to respect its friend level, but you're absolutely right about this one. NHL Award tonight, 6 o'clock. I think it's 7 o'clock, RJ. Could be 6 o'clock Central Time, but I believe it's 7 o'clock, Mr. RJ. I could be wrong, but I believe I am. Mr. Nicholas, just like Italian football diving next, sorry, exaggerating, but you get the point. Yeah, that's the point right there. Color was slowed down by the public last night. The idea is on Fizzy and the initial day is to hurry up the game. If these tactics are always then slow the game, otherwise do embellishing great scrum after each whistle. But yeah, and that's another one, Peter. A scrum could be another way where you shut down everything. And that's That's a 1 point right there. Colorado can only score on can only got power play. They cannot score 5 versus 5. Not really a Roger about that one over there. He was the first game he did not do this. They only score on power play, but they completely dominate Tampa Bay Roger the first 2 games on 5 versus 5. At the point where Tampa Bay did nothing at 5 versus 5, like 0. And the power play was not very good. That's why it shouldn't need a time limit, so it does not happen again. Roger score 1, they have speed. Canadian fans will stay well in North Jersey. Now, yeah, on 5 they have speed. Roger, please listen to the warm-up show. Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening about this. Our tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like I said earlier, we have fun players going to be on nomination. We're going to have the Calder, the Norris, and the Hart, the Lady Bing, and the not Lady Bing, the Dead Lindsay trophy. And I missed one. I don't know. The Vizna. Here we go. The Vizna trophy. About this one over there. The 26 years old Chris McCall signed a contract with the Vancouver Canucks yesterday. He was right now chasing by 4 teams. One of them was the Edmonton Oilers with the Vancouver Canucks. There was at the end the 2 teams, which one he's going to get. He decided to go with the Vancouver Canucks. It's all at that moment, guys, recruiting, right? It's all about how you can bring him and how do you sell the salad to the players, everything like that. And it looked like Bruce Boudreau and Patrick Levin, the GM over there, did a great job to bring Cosmeco with them. He announced it on his Instagram account. He scored a goal, by the way, last night or this morning, whatever it is. And, well, over there it's like tonight. But great players. Speed, it'll be great, interesting to see him. We want to have the best player. Why he go to Vancouver? Why he wait? He never be drafted. He was not drafted after that. He was on the UFA like anybody and want the kind of player they are getting. I will talk to you about, like, example, like Myers for the Minnesota golfer for the NCAA is another player. You have a couple of players like this. You can be picked by any team at any moment during the year, and that's happening about this man. Listen to that where you go to jail. It's possible for Tampa Bay to win the rest of the game, but this way is so unpredictable. Everything is possible for sure about this theory, but we'll see how the Colorado is going to. It's funny, right? Because you evaluate the game, you talk about the game, and then the next game is completely the reverse, right? It go to another direction. And that's happening last night. And now we see game number 4. But again, the game number 4 is going to be the best game in the playoff of the series, I believe, tomorrow. Because 2 teams right now, they cannot lose. For different reason. But they cannot lose. It could be one way after that, but Tampa Bay is not going to give away any game, and then Colorado realized we cannot take any game light. We have to play at the level we should play. About that. Not happening, Terry. And I'm talking to her, you, what you said. Danny, everything like that. All right. Let's move on now for the Edinburgh. So what happening with Edinburgh, guys? He was traded last year, remember? From Edmonton Oilers to the Carolina Hurricane. In return, they got Warren Fitzgerald for the Edmonton. So Adam Bear, a right defenseman, have a couple of great years with Edmonton Oilers. Was supposed to be a great asset for Carolina Hurricanes. Did not turn the way they was expect. And they never used him during the playoff. And the reason they said he was not physically ready to play, was not in great shape. He got COVID-19, he never come back like he was before, and all the conversation, Rob Brindamo problem with him, Adam Bear was not happy about this, and finally, what he said, the Carolina Hurricane let the Adam Bear to his agent, they can talk with any team in NHL. So right now, Bear make a phone call, and maybe Ottawa, Montreal, Nashville, Predator, whatever who they are, they can get Adam Bear. Now, if a team is interested to get him, now they have to negotiate contract, not contract, but they have to negotiate with Carolina Hurricane. He's a RFA, and he cannot have the status of UFA at least if Carolina did not give him an offer contract. If it not happen, those players RFA don't get any offer sheet, and they don't have to go on the salary arbitration. It depends who they are, the rules how they apply to them, but they become a UFA. So it could be that direction also. I'm sure people will take Adam Bear. Which team? I don't know. What will be the destination? I don't know. But good. He's a great defenseman. He's really a defenseman number 4 and 5. He can be at the second pairing defenseman. He's a great offensive player. He have a great shot, and he's good, not too bad on defensive. But his best share for me is number 5. And if you're number 1, 2 on the right defenseman hurt, you can get him. And I think it will be a good asset for any team. If I can recall it, I tried to check him. I think it's 25. But is this out of my height, my head right now? Here we go. He's going to be 25 and next week. Coach did it again. Yeah, 5 goals in 58 game, 14 points. He played 16 minutes, almost like a third pairing defenseman. He scored about 5-6 goals per game per year, and that's what happened. So he's still a young guy at 24. As a defenseman, it's very young. It was one of the 24 overall pick, 5th and round, and 2015 by Edmonton. So will be interesting what's going to happen with him about that. There we go. We'll see what's happening here in the chat. Peter August, I think it was the last one said that. I don't know. I tried too hard to translate finish. They don't have link for the. There we go. I don't leave assessment. There we go. And finally, we have a joke about. All right. Right. Nothing about hockey. So that's what's happening right now for Edinburgh. Finally, what we heard, two things for the NHL coaches, guys. We have Peter Daubert as going to be announced officially by the team. They are right now on negotiations. So what you talk about, so they want to finalize the contract. The offer is $4 million for 4 years. And it's not like a big problem. It's just to put the right clause in the contract, everything like that. So expect this going to be very soon, maybe today by the Dallas Star. Peter Daubert is going to get a 4-4. Now, we heard another big news for the Edmonton Oilers. They offer a $3 for Jay Woodcroft for the coach and Edmonton Oilers. That's something's coming very soon. Expect this. It was reported this morning early by the Atlantic website. And finally, one thing, guy, I don't feel good, is the Florida Panthers. It's not good. This take too long time. This is going to have some repercussion in the hockey team. If you're hockey fans right now for the Florida Panthers, you have to be worried what's going on over there. You have no communication. It's right now like almost like 5 weeks they are out of the playoff, and you don't know what's going on. They fired 2 coaches last week, but nothing else. They don't know what's going on with Brunette. They don't know what's going on with Dallas, their goalie coach over there. The only they know, they keep Ruto. But the rest over there, we don't know nothing. Paul Maurice, a Finland coach, it's really drama over there now. Y'all know nothing. Nothing. You don't know what's going on, and that's the problem at the South Florida Panthers. They let the people with nothing. No information, nothing. You have no people follow them anyway. Josh Richard, try to follow him, but he have no clue. He had no conference, no media information by the team. They sent 2 coach fire last week, and that's it. There are no conference after that. Why they do that? What's the purpose? What's the direction? Why they do this? Nothing's going on. And then you say you have no people at the fence, at the building. But that's maybe a reason. You want to create a great base, give them information. And it's not looking good. And then we said to Brunette, are you going to be coach next year? I don't know. And this is the smelling over there right now is not good. But it's something we have to follow up for sure. And the next future about this Canada. Jose, coach, are you going to have a show for the awards? I'm not sure yet, Jose, if I'm going to do a show live or I'm going to bring at 9 o'clock. I think 9 o'clock would be better so we can talk about the trophy if you agree or disagree, everything like that. Live, I'm not sure, Jose. So maybe go, I'm going to decide this afternoon, to be honest with you. What happened when your team win about this one? If remember, Johnny, go. And at that flooded take a long time because Brunette has supported the everything like that. I would say to you in our tap, Bills still have to play a bigger role right there. I believe. Yeah, Florida is confusing. It does not really sound like they know what to do. Yeah, Nicholas, that's a great one over there. About that, I was saying when I was at junior hockey. Okay, I said that. I like the road fully right now. And the base okay, so those get report all the time, but flip and they cannot shocking and down. Yep. Here we go, guys.
Oh my God!
It's time for the Frenchy quiz. Let's do it again. Are you ready, coach? I am ready. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We want to congratulate some people yesterday. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. And yesterday, Monday, ENORTAP, Jose Duarte win. It was not yesterday. It was, yes, it was yesterday about that. Congratulations for both of you. KIMBERLY Florida have a very good season. Maybe internet from his friends. Possible, Mr. Terry T.
Oh my God!
Question number 1 of the day. Let's do it. We'll see if Yamu step up today. How many goalies win the Hart Trophy in the NHL history? How many goalies win the Hart? If the goalies win twice, that's 2. All right? It's not like one players. So how many times a Hart Trophy was winning by the goalie? That's maybe the best question. So how many times the goalies win the trophy Hart in NHL? Here we go. Let's starting with AK said C. RJ said A. Thank you, RJ and AK. ENORTAP said B. Yamo D. Peter. Thank you, Peter. A. B. Kelly B. Jose A. Curry L. B. Mr. B said C. Valicat is 1. Confident money strong by drinking apple juice. Kelly said C. That's called you a half point. Danny T, if you're right, then he said B. Tim Morrison, he said B. Kilo said B. Nooner said D. Mats said B. So the question, guys, is
Oh my God!
C with 8. Andy said good answer. Mr. B and Kelly got the first question of the day. Congratulations.
Oh my God!
Question number 2 of the day. Here we go. How many times a player have a season of 100 points a plus and win the Hart Trophy? Again, it's not friend players, right? It's just one season with the player has 100 points. So if Gretzky did 9 times, that's count as a 9 time, right? So you know already it's 9 at least. Is it under, over, or exact? Good luck, everybody. RG said C, exact. Kelly Azek 1-2. Again, I said yesterday, I cannot wait for that. Yamo said C. Andy said B. Jose Duarte said A. Curry said C. Tim said A. Mr. B said C. Nooner said C. Danny said C. Kilo said A. Matt said C. ENORTAP said B. Jean Grégoire said A. Peter August said C. And Kelly said A. Here we go. I want to be sure for question number 1, guy. It was not friend goalies, right? It was how many times the goalies win the trophy Hart per season. That's we got a number 8. I understand Asak won twice, but that's comfort too. Same thing here, right? Gretzky did 9 times or 7 times, whatever it is, 100 more, he win the Hart. That's come for 7. It's not players, about each season. The answer that one, ladies and gentlemen, is
Oh my God!
B, over 42. ENORTAP score join Mr. B and Kelly, but Andy Kuivila take the lead 2-2 this morning. Andy is on fire, and Yamo is not yet.
Oh my God!
Wake up. What other check went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Peter August. Here we go. The next one over there. Question number 3. How many friend players win the Hart Trophy more than 2 times in NHL? How many friend players win the Hart Trophy more than 2 times in NHL? The number looking is 19. Under, exact, or over? Congratulations. I will go back to you, Peter. RG said A. Andy said exact. Tim said B. Yamo said exact. Mr. B said exact. Curry under. Thank you. Jose said B. Jean Grégoire said exact. Nooner said exact. Danny Kilo said over. John D said over. And Mr. John B said over. Mr. John D back in the house. ENORTAP said B over. Peter said exact. Thank you.
Oh my God!
And if the answer is exact, but Mr. Andy Kuivula win this contest today, if it's exact, we'll see if the answer is exact. And Mr. Andy Kuivula score 3 times today, 3-3 for Mr. Andy Kuivula. Congratulations, Mr. Andy. Mr. B with 2 good answers. ENORTAP 1, Kelly 1, Peter August, Noner, Yamo, and John Gregor all 1. The rest of you are 0. And you know who you are. And I don't need to tell you who you are about that one over there. For sure. And so the Hart Trophy, guys. Hart Trophy. It was winning by the goaltender. It was going by Roy Oders, Chuck Raynor, Al Rollins, Jacques Plante, Dominique Hachek, Jose Duarde, Jose Theodore, and Carey Price. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 time a goaltender won the trophy Hart and the history of NHL. It was not about how many goaltender did it. It's about how many seasons the winner was a goalie. About that one over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes another show of the Morning Skate Show. Morning Skate Show. And I will be back tonight. Check your notification. I don't know if back at 7 or 9 o'clock. We wish you an amazing, great day. And enjoy your afternoon. But you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, you have greatness inside of you. Yes. Don't forget to remember, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, or find a way to dominate what? Yes, you 2022. Until then, as just once said to you, the Hockey Nation said, we love you, people. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Have a great one, Mr. Tim. Thanks to be with us. Yamo, ENORTAP, Danny T, RJ, Kelly, Peter August, Matt, Nooner, Danny, Kilo, RJ, Peter, Corey Hill, Jose Duarde, Mr. B, and the winner, Andy Koivula. If I forgot your name, I apologize. Here, the Insider of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Here, the member of the Hockey Nation Live Show. We want to say to you, thanks so much for your support of the hockey. Here. Salut mon Peter.
What you start